Recently, Jane Fonda just received an achievement award from the Golden Globes from her activism that she's had over her life. And of course, most people think of Jane Fonda in the Vietnam War and her role that she took within the Vietnam War. And I know that has lived with her entire life. I happened to get to know Jane when I worked for her back in the late 90s, dealing with teen pregnancy in the state of Georgia. And most people don't realize, but the state of Georgia had a high level of teen pregnancies throughout the state, especially in the 80s and 90s. And Jane created an organization that she really sought to fight and prevent teen pregnancies from happening. And it was interesting that she brought me on for religious outreach because she was finding a lot of opposition from religious groups based off of the whole conversation around sex in relation to teen pregnancy, but also her activities around the Vietnam War also just created a kind of backlash in Georgia when she was married to Ted Turner and living in Atlanta. But it did not stop her from staying active in the teen pregnancy issue and arena. So I was able to see Jane up front really having a commitment toward an issue. Now, she's embraced other issues since then. I think climate change has been her biggest issue that she's embraced recently. But I think the Golden Globes was correct in giving her the Achievement Award. Whether you agree with her politically or not, she has shown the example of someone who's a movie star and could have easily lived a comfortable life that like most of the Hollywood celebrities do. But instead, she turned her life into a role of changing things that she felt like needed to change. You can disagree with her on how she fell down on the issues, but I don't think any of us can disagree that she really used her energy to do what she thought was right. And I think it's important for all of us to see that, to acknowledge her Achievement Award, and to realize that we too are called to be out there making a difference in the world as well. So I hope that we'll see that as an example for each of us. If you enjoyed today's message, I hope that you'll consider financially supporting the efforts that we're trying to do online. As you can imagine, like lots of churches, we've shifted from being in person to online, and yet expenses continue. And so if any way that you can help with us generously, very much appreciate you contributing to our efforts.